Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Kerry G Davis, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please take the time to subscribe as you watch if this is something that does interest you. I'm a little disappointed, everyone, because I really wanted to share this poem that I wrote, and it was going to be in honor of Father's Day. I'm still going to share it. I just don't know how at this moment, but I definitely want to give acknowledgement to fathers. So I'm just going to go ahead and make this video because I feel like there are a lot of music videos, there's a lot of songs, there's a lot of gifts in stores for Mother's Day, but I don't believe that you get that much from Father's Day. Honestly, I can even think of a Father's Day song or a song that honors fathers. And I know mothers do a lot. And unfortunately, if you look at families and the history of a lot of families in America, you have a lot of fathers that aren't present, and mothers are playing the role of both. But there are also a lot of men out there that are taking care of their responsibility as a father. And for those, I want to definitely say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm a teacher. I work with kids. I've always worked with kids even before I became a classroom teacher. And you see the difference in a child when they have their father active in their life, because that is a needed part of the family. It's not something, it's not a position or a role to take lightly. It is a role that I truly believe God has given men. He's equipped them to do so much and have so much of an influence on their family that when they're missing, there's a big missing piece of the puzzle. No matter how strong the wife is, or the woman is, or the mother is, no matter how much she can do, there's always a missing piece to the puzzle of that family when that man is not present, or he's not operating in what he is equipped to operate in. So we know we have fathers of all ages, and I know I've personally know some men, as well as I've heard about certain men that take on the responsibility of a father, and the kids aren't their biological kids. We have them as stepfather, and sometimes they just step in to be a positive influence, and I really think that is amazing. So with everything going on, I know a lot of men. I truly believe that we all have it rough. Whether it be because of race, whether it be because of gender. But when you look at all the different categories of people that may have it a little more challenging in life, due to things that's outside of their control, um, I believe men, especially a certain race, definitely, black men, definitely have it even harder. But this is not just to honor a specific race. This is to honor all men, all fathers, anyone that did not walk away when they could have walked away, when they found out that their girlfriend or their wife was pregnant, or some lady they were messing with was pregnant. They said, you know what? I created this child. I'm going to step up to the responsibility of taking care of this child. I thank you. That is important. Those fathers that decided, you know what, even though this is what I wanted to pursue in life, I now have a bigger responsibility to take care of a life that I helped bring into existence. That's commendable. Thank you for that. Because when you look at kids who have a positive active father figure in their life, they produce so much more to me. They carry a different type of energy. Now remember what I said. They're active and they're positive, because you have fathers that teach their kids a lot of things that they should not. But you also have those fathers that teach them how to be responsible adults. You know, Unfortunately, some learn later in life on their own, but the fortunate part about it is that they do learn. Better late than never. That's a saying we all hear often. But the fact that the father decided to put their children first, put their family first, is commendable, because the woman is the one that has to carry the child for 9 months, you know, and it's easy for that man to walk away. Yes, she may get him for child support. Yes, there will be consequences, but it's not the same as the woman who actually has to carry that baby. You know, she can abort the child, but she she's held, it seems like she's held more responsible for that child than the guy. You know, he can walk away and move on to the next person or act like he's never had a child before. But those guys that decide, you know what, I'm going to be that father that I never had, I'm going to provide, I'm going to do whatever I can, even if I have to work at McDonald's, you know, even if I may have to cut out certain things that I like, because me imparting in this child is way more important than, you know, me looking good to society, you know. Um, and I feel like those fathers that do that, whether they had a good father figure or not, it helps them. It helps them not just to be a better father, it helps them to be a better man, a better person, a better contributor to society. And that's what we need. Men are always going to be the head. And when I say the head, they are the leaders. When men line up, women follow. It's automatic. It just happens that way. When a man is in, especially if you look at this from a spiritual standpoint, you have God, and then you have men. And when these men have a relationship with God and they step up into the position they're supposed to, doggone it, a car came. And they step up into the position they're supposed to and they walk in it, and you will see how things just flow. It naturally flows, you know, with minimal effort, minimal effort. And that's because that's how it's supposed to be. But a lot of men, they run away from their responsibility. You know, they get afraid. Oh, I can't do this. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready to give up my life to take care of a child. So those fathers that have stepped up to the plate and they're working hard to provide for their child, to provide for their family, and they're, you know, supporting their kids in school. They're taking time to help them with their homework. They're, you know, just investing in them, investing in their gifts, you know, allowing them to be themselves and explore life, and just teaching them how to survive in life, teaching them things that they need, giving them valuable tools. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And I can't say that enough. I'm sure there's, you know, wives out there thanking their husbands. I'm sure there's kids out there thanking their fathers, and girlfriends thanking their you know, baby's father or their child's father. But I want to say that personally for myself and for those who may not get the chance to say it, because your role as a father is so important, is so necessary. Please continue to strive to be great. And you know what? There are some fathers that, you know, they may struggle in some areas, whether it be with addictions, whether it be with past hurts, past disappointments, things they've gone through themselves and they haven't forgiven themselves of. You know, they may have father issues. You know, their father may have been missing. Their father may have been abusive. Their father may have been an alcoholic. Their father may be, you know, so all these different factors affect them as a human being, as a man. And then it also even the more affects them as a father. They can't function in that area because all these other areas are impacting them. Um, but for those that got to a point that they realize, you know what, I don't want to repeat the same pattern that my father set for me. I don't want to repeat the same patterns that my grandfather went through or my father went through. I want to break it. I want to be the one, you know, to break this generational cycle or this generational curse. I thank you, because you have to get to a point where you just allow yourself to acknowledge the hurt you have, the disappointments you have, the things you may be going through within that no one knows about, because men have a way of not showing their emotions or not expressing certain things that bother them. They just kind of brush it to the side or bottle it up. But just because you brush it to the side or bottle it up does not mean it doesn't affect you. I've learned that with your pain, you know, with your issues, once you acknowledge them and you find a way to help someone else to not have those same problems, it helps you. It helps you. It's like you're being delivered. You know, you're being brought out of those things that were meant to keep you. And those people that hold on to them, You know, a lot of times they try to drink it away, they try to smoke it away, they try to sex it away, they try to do all these different things. But it only medicates it, it suppresses it. You know, it temporarily fixes it. So, to all the fathers out there who have been doing a great job, thank you, and I applaud you. And to those that at some point it hit you, I need to do better, and you decided to do better, I applaud you. And to those that's watching this video and you're thinking, dog, you know what, I really need to take this a lot more serious, I encourage you to do that. As long as there's breath in your body, you have an opportunity to fix those things, you know. Um, and please don't let the issue between you and the child's mother cause you to not try your best to be an active part in that child's life, to teach them those things you wish someone had taught you when you were a child, to teach them those things that you did learn, you know, to help them. Kids are going to grow up and they're going to make their own choices. Sometimes it's the complete opposite of the things you told them to do, but the beauty of everything is that you imparted in them, you invested in them, you know, you fathered them, and that's all you can do. So happy Father's Day, all you awesome kings out there, you awesome fathers out there, wherever you are, and thank you. I will follow up with this poem eventually. If not right after this video, I'm going to make another one for it. So thank you, and you guys, I hope you have a great, 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 great Father's Day. All right? But remember, forgive yourself and celebrate your success, and know that you are necessary. You are an essential part of life. Step up to your role and do it. Do the best you can. Don't worry about anyone else.